Star Valley one, set one, right? Make sure.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
ready? We'll get going in a minute. JV does best of 5, right?
What's that?
JV does best of 5?
No, best of 3.
Oh, best of 3?
I'm pretty sure they're done.
We're best of 3. We're getting going now. Yeah. All right, here we go.
A Utah powerhouse, 17-time state champion, but the Jim and Rich has room for an 18th banner.
Dug up by the Eagles. Lyman sets it up for Hansen. Blocked. Touched over.
A Utah powerhouse, 17-time state champion, but the Jim and Rich has room for an 18th banner.
Dug up by the Eagles. Lyman sets it up for Hansen. Blocked. Touched over. They're going to call it a double hit.
A school with a long tradition and legacy. A tradition and legacy of excellence, success, and, of course, championships.
Walker with the service. Stacy receives. Good pass. Cornea doesn't have to move. Wallenstein's hit. Deflected to the floor. It dropped into the donut hole. Bryce Hansen.
Rebel Volleyball is brought to you by Evanston Regional Hospital, Hoover Chiropractic, Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley, the Come On in Casper, Plains Tire, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender, Freeway Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau.
A quick back set to Staple. Back corner. Kendall finds the spot.
This is Rich Rebel Volleyball. Rebel fans, get comfortable, strap it down, and enjoy another broadcast of Rich Volleyball. We head down to the court to join the voice of the Rich Rebels, Matthew Peterson.
Good morning, Rebel fans, and welcome to Star Valley for this morning's Rebel Volleyball match between your Rebels and the Braves of Star Valley. I'm Matthew Peterson. Happy to have you along with me here, and we have some early morning volleyball action, so cook your eggs how you like them, and I'll take care of the rest from this end. This pregame show we'll get into is brought to you by the town of Randolph. We'll hear from them, and then we'll set the scene for tonight, for this morning's game, I should say, on this presentation of Rebel Volleyball on the Rebel Radio Network 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com. We're going to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll get into our scene set. We'll hear from Coach Lamborn, and before you know it, we'll have Rebel Volleyball in front of you. So get comfortable, and we'll be right back.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Welcome into our scene set this morning. I'm Matthew Peterson once again here in Star Valley for this morning's broadcast. Our scene set today is brought to you, not by anyone yet, but this segment of the pregame show is brought to you by the town of Randolph here. We'll talk about today's upcoming matchup. The Rich Rebels enter with a 1-1 record. 3-1 was the last time they played against Duchesne. That was a win 3-1 in set-wise. Lost the first set and then won the next 3. As for Star Valley, this will be their first match of the season, so we'll find out a lot about them as they find out a lot about themselves. We're here for a Star Valley tournament. Usually this is a 2-day tournament held in Cokeville that ranges from Friday to Saturday, but given this year and everything that's been changing, it has been moved to just a 1-day tournament for each team. So the Rebels will play this morning here in Star Valley High School, and then they will ship it over 3 minutes away to the junior high, and they'll play against Lyman for their second game. We'll have that in a separate stream, so make sure you go to that link. It's found online at mylocalradio.com, or go to any of our social media. My Local Radio Sports on Twitter and My Local Radio Sports on Facebook, and we got you covered on both ends. All right, we're going to take another quick break, but when we return, we'll have more from our scene set, and then we'll talk to Coach Lamborn ahead of today's matchup. We'll be right back here on the Town of Randolph pregame show.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Welcome into our scene set here on the Town of Randolph pregame show. We are about 11 minutes away from this game starting. Right now the Rebels are warming up. The JV side fell 2-0 against Star Valley, so the varsity looks to avenge that loss on their teammates' behalf. And I'll tell you a little about what's going on here in Star Valley. I must say, a very nice high school gymnasium, very big. Big bleachers on both ends, a track that wraps around, and state banners just littering the ceiling. As for the fan base, I would say it's a pretty medium size. Not a whole lot, but not sparse. So we're right in the middle, I think. And right now the Rebels are warming up, if you can see on your screen, and then it'll be Star Valley's turn. The clock reads 10 minutes and 30 seconds and counting until we get started. All right, folks, we're going to take another break here on our Town of Randolph pregame show, and when we return, we will talk to Coach Lamborn and hear what she has to say about the opening home game and their win, and what she thought going forward into this game the Rebels needed to improve on. So we'll be right back here on the Town of Randolph pregame show. You're listening to Rich High Rebel Volleyball on KADQ 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports boosters, the Wilson Ranch in Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from Dale, Kim, Kyler, and Casey. Remember, the harder you work, the more good luck you'll have. And by Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply, a custom shop specializing in leather and wood goods, with a farm feed and supply store to boot. Proudly supporting the Rich Rebels, the Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply Store.
Welcome back into our Town of Randolph pregame show. We'll quickly do one last scene set before we get to our Stacy's Repair Coaches Show, where we spoke with Rich Rebel Volleyball head coach Wendy Lamborn. All right, last season, let's learn a little bit about Star Valley. They went 34-7, a very impressive record. They were one of the top teams here in Wyoming. However, they lost in the first round of the state playoffs, 3-0 set to Laramie. And the two teams never met in 2019, so it's been a little bit of time since the last two sides were opposite each other on the court. All right, we're going to take another quick break here on the Town of Randolph pregame show, and we'll have our Stacy's Repair Coaches Show on the other end of it. We'll see you soon, Rebel fans.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Okay, I'm here with Rebels volleyball head coach, Coach Wendy Lamborn. Coach, while it's fresh in your mind, tell me about last night's game or Thursday night's game and what you thought and your takeaways.
Actually, Duchesne came on pretty strong, and they're a great team, and we really enjoyed playing Duchesne. They're good competition, and it's usually a fun game. I was real happy with our girls. We missed quite a few serves, so we got to work on that. I think it might have just been a first game jitter thing, and then we aren't used to our court being quite that long. So hopefully once we get used to that, that'll pull together. We won't miss quite as many serves. But overall, I was very happy with our girls.
Your team lost the first set but recovered well, won the next 3 sets. What does that say about your team's tenacity and their drive each and every match?
You know, my girls, I really wasn't worried after the first game. Sometimes that's a good thing to do. You never like to really lose, and I'd like to win in 3, but I loved that they just kept their composure and just kept on going and just kind of took over their game and realized what they had to do, realized that we'd missed a lot of serves, and that's what they were trying to correct the next 3 games, and we did really well at that.
Did anyone jump out to you and have an exceptional game that maybe you weren't expecting or really just took off from what you saw in practice?
You know, we made a few changes this week in practice and from last week playing out. And, you know, it's going to take a few adjustments every time to see who works best with each other and what positions I can make the very strongest. And, you know, I was really happy with McKenna Stacy's hitting last night. She hit really well and hit the line for us. We just told her keep going line. And she did, and she did really well. So I was really happy with her hitting. And but overall, just everyone. We passed pretty well. I was super happy about that. That is something that we've really tried to improve this year. And we had passed a ton in practice. So I think it's coming, and once you can pass, then you can do all the other skills, but that's got to be first.
I'm here with Rebels volleyball head coach Wendy Lamborn on our Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. Coach, as you get ready for a doubleheader today against Star Valley and Lyman, how do you change your coaching philosophy and your you play and way you play the game really when you play 2 games in one day?
You know, we're kind of used to this tournament. Usually it's Cokeville, and it's usually Cokeville for us. I will say that our history isn't super awesome, and that's why we hope to get a few games in before we actually head to this tournament, because it's usually our first game. So I'm kind of excited to go and play after we hear the game and see how it goes. Star Valley's a great team. Lyman's a great team. So once again, just real good competition. I just love to play competitive teams and we'll see where our skills lie, and then come back and put it to the books and try to work on what we need to work on. So 2 games in one day is not really that big of a deal for us. In fact, it's kind of good. Our morning games sometimes go good for this year.
Well, thank you so much for the time, Coach, and best of luck today.
Well, thanks.
All right, Coach, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Matt.
And that was on the Stacy's Repair and Woodruff Coaches Show. We're about a minute now from the starting line, from the beginning of the game. So that was brought to you by the town of Randolph, our pregame show, and the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show in Woodruff. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, council members Larry Kennedy, Sim Bell, Brian Wires, and Melanie Lim. All right, Rebel fans, one more quick break, and then we're back here. It is time for Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, 98.3 FM K80Q or mylocalradio.com.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
2 roads diverged in a wood, and I just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when 2 roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Fair River Drive, Evanston.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as...
All right, sorry for that, but we are ready to go here. As Brittany Lamborn gets us started, we'll have our Lutz Construction starting lineups in a moment. For now, Star Valley mounting an attack of their own, and that shot goes out of play. It's time for our Lutz starting lineup for the Rebels. It's the usual suspects: McKenna Stacy, Sage Tingy. We've got Annie Peart, Brittany Lamborn, J.C. Cornea, and Mackenzie Smith. And that is a service error on Brittany Lamborn, so that evens it up at 1-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We'll have more to come here as our pregame slice brought to you by Old Chicago Pizza. And now a service error on the part of Star Valley puts the Rebels back in the lead, 2-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here in our first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Here come the Braves, set up by Cornea, and Stacy able just to tap it over the net and get the Rebel point on a Crawford trough kill. 3-1 Rebels now. Your Old Chicago pregame slice, Old Chicago Pizza in Logan, delicious pizzas and more. There's Lamborn on the bump, setting it over to Cornea, and now Stacy with a potential kill. She finds the back left corner for a Crawford trough kill. That's 4-1 now on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels jumping out to an early lead here in the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Serving is Annie Peart, and that is a service error on her end. That puts the score up to 4-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Now Star Valley's turn to serve. It's received by Lamborn, who gives it over to Cornea, and now Lamborn has to tap it over. Star Valley with their end. A potential kill of their own goes too far, and that puts the Rebels up to a 3-point lead once again, 5-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We want to appreciate Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Find them at bearlake.com, and they gave us our starting lineups today for your rich Rebels. Here come the Braves as that goes wide and too far. A point for the Rebels, 6-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in our Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Cornea to serve. Her service goes deep and two Braves collided, and it's a service ace, a Crawford trough ace that is. Our kills are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. 7-2, our score this morning in the first set. Cornea service again, deep into the back left, handled by McKenna Brogg. And now the Rebels are in some trouble, and that ball goes too far off the bench, and Braves get the point. 7-3, Rebels still in charge on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serving for Star Valley is McKenna Brogg. Her serve is going to be out of bounds, and that's a point for the Rebels. 8-3 now here in the first set. Rebels up by 5. They have led nearly the entirety of this first set. Whitney Hale on the bump. She gives it over to Mia Hutchinson, and that's handled well by McKenna Stacy, and now Annie Peart just floats it over. As that shot goes into the net, Nemo's the ball, and it is now 9-3 in favor of the Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. Annie to serve once again. Digs it in low. Cameron Jenkins sets it over, and Mia Hutchinson puts it too far wide. It's out of play, and it's a point for the Rebels. And Star Valley wants to talk things over. We have a T7 propane timeout, so we'll take a timeout of our own. The station on main scoreboard reads Rebels ahead by 7, 10-3.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Welcome back to the Auto Farm Chevrolet set number 1. Rebels lead 10-3 over the Braves. Here's Annie Peer to get the game started again. And now Mia Hutchinson trying to, that comprehensive family dental dig by Peer.
You're invited.
Oh, sorry about this. I apologize, but throughout all the chaos, the Rebels able to get the point. And McKenna Stacy to serve. It's 11-3. The Rebels still in charge. Mia Hutchinson trying to just push it over. She ends up tapping it in twice. And that's a point for Rich on the error. So 12-3. Rebels really dominating early in this one. Here's Stacy to serve once again. Our first serve is brought to you by Town & Country Realty. Cornea trying to set it, but too powerful. It floats through her hands. And the Rebels give up their first point in a while since it was last 7-3. That halts their streak. It's 12-4 on the station on main scoreboard now. Serving for Star Valley, it's Whitney Hale. Hale's service is up, and it is going to go too far wide. Point for the Rebels. And Rich back in charge once again. Dominating early here in the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set, 13-4. We've had a couple of Crawford Trough aces, a few Bear Lake Realty kills. There's the service by Smith. Hutchinson with a big kill right there to get the Braves on the scoreboard once again. 13-5 now your score. Rebels still in front. Serving for is Comprehensive Family Dental Dig. I beg your pardon. It was Addison Jenkins on the serve for Star Valley. Setting it up is Cameron Jenkins. Comprehensive Family Dental Dig by Stacy. Here's Lamborn with a kill. No, it goes too far wide. 13-6. And for the first time all morning, Star Valley gets 2 consecutive points. There's Jenkins on the serve. Cornea setting it up. Lamborn trying to push it over. Unable to. We got blocked. An Epic Recreation block at the net. And now it's 13-7. Here come the Braves stringing a couple points of their own together. Jenkins in on the serve. And right when I said that, she jinxed me and puts it into the net. Gives the Rebels a point. 14-7 your score on the station on main scoreboard. And unfortunately for Taylor McKee, she rockets that one into the netting, giving the point to the Braves. 14-8 your score on the station on main scoreboard. Serving for the Braves, it is Mia Hutchinson, a big part of this team. It's handled by McKee well. Gives it over to Cornea. And there's the shot by Peart at the front net, but it's handled by the Braves. And a big Epic Recreation block by Smith and Peart. And another Comprehensive Family Dental Dig now by Stacy. Peart just pushes it over the net. And we have a bit of a rally going. Star Valley will harmlessly push it over. It's handled well by Stacy over to Cornea. Here's Lamborn. She opts just to push it over ever so lightly. And that is a Bear Lake Realty kill. 15-8 your score. Rebels in front. Lamborn with service. Just trickles over the net. And a poor set there by Cameron Jenkins. Rebels find a sweet spot. Yes, they do. They find the donut hole in the middle of the defense. That's another Bear Lake Realty kill, and it's 16-8 now. Rebels in front here in the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Lamborn to serve. It's handled by the Braves. Hutchinson pushes it over. Now Lamborn in on the bunt. There's Cornea with it. Peart trying to get the point but unable to. The Braves able to handle it. A set by McKee. Here's Stacy with the kill. No, it's Comprehensive Family Dental digged up. And that could have been a big Epic Recreation block, but it floats over the hands of Cornea and then bumped out of play by Lamborn and gives the point to Star Valley, 16-9. Rebels in the lead. And the ball actually went up and over to the track above the gym. You can see it wraps around the screen. So a JV player, Dixie Huffaker, goes to get it. And a poor reception by the Rebels. That puts the ball out of play and gives the point to the Braves. 16-10, Rebels still in the lead here in the first set. There's your serve brought to you. And it goes out, and once again the Rebels give up back-to-back serves. 11-16, Rebels still in the lead though. 16-11 I should say. Here's McKenna Frazier. Frazier's serve is handled by Smith over to Cornea, and now Peart with a potential dig. No, but a Comprehensive Family Dental dig saves the kill. Here's Cornea over to Stacy, who pushes it over the net. And now the Braves on attack of their own, and they get a Bear Lake Realty kill. And they are within 4 now. The Braves on a bit of a march of their own. It is 16-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serving is Frazier once again for the Braves. Frazier's serve is handled by 2 Rebels at once, and Cornea able to just barely get it over the net. And the shot by the Braves goes too far wide, or too far deep, I should say. Lamborn lets it go. Good play by her, and 17-12, Rebels in the lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. Peart to serve. Bumped over by Hutchinson. Gives it over to Brogg, and Brogg's shot is too far deep. And another point for the Rebels, 18-12 your score. Rebels have essentially led all game long except for a tie after the second point. KJ has to just push it over casually. Here's Cornea with it. Oh, and Peart gets a little help from the net. Trickles over the front end of it and falls to the ground for a Bear Lake Realty kill, and we have another timeout. Rebels in the lead, 19-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
It's 19-12 in favor of your Rich Rebels here in Star Valley against the Braves on the first set. The first set brought to you always by Auto Farm Chevrolet. They're your dealership for Rich, so be sure to go check them out. And the Rebels back in action. That ball goes into the net, pushed over by Hutchinson, or by Huffaker, I beg your pardon. And the point goes to the Rebels. That ball falls harmlessly to the floor. 20-12, Rich back with an 8-point lead. It's been as close as 4 recently after the start of the game. Here's Peart the junior with the serve. And she gets a Bear Lake Realty, or I beg your pardon, a Crawford Trough ace. 21-12 now. Rebels need 4 to win this first set. Here's Peart on the first serve. Pushed over by Brog. And now Kaiser will get it over to the Rebel side of the floor. Cornier setting up Hufferker, and that's blocked by a Comprehensive Family Dental dig by McKee. And then the ball falls harmlessly on the Rebels' end of the court, giving the point to the Braves. 21-13 your score on the Station on Main scoreboard. Serving for Star Valley, it's Cameron Jenkins. Jenkins' serve is handled by Stacy. Now Cornelius bumps it over to Stacy with a potential, no, it goes out of play. It looked like it could have been a Bear Lake Realty kill, but no good on that attempt. 21-14 the score in the first set. Rebels in the lead. Jenkins to serve once again. At the end of it's McKee. Cornelius saves it from the net. Hufferker bumps it over. And now here come the Braves with a couple bumps of their own. And putting that one out of play was Brog. And the Rebels are 3 points away from claiming the first set. They lead 22-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cornea with the service. Cornea serves a good one to low one. It's handled by Hale. And Brog once again putting it out of play and giving the point to the Rebels, 23-14. Station on Main scoreboard reads in favor of your Rebels. Cornea with the service again, handled by Hale. There's Jenkins on the bump. She'll push it over to Jenkins, her sister, I can presume. And now Stacy with the potential kill. No, it's Comprehensive Family Dental dug up by Hale, but there's nearly an Epic Recreation block. It falls on the Rebels' half of the court, and the point goes to the Braves. 23-15 your score. Brog with the service. It's handled well by Peart, who gives it over to Lamborn. And now Hufferker can only bump it over. A couple of bouncing balls going around here. There's Peart on a shot to the back end of the court. Ooh, and a little floater. A very cheeky little play by Cameron Jenkins. Gets the point for her side. And it's 23-16 now on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels need 2 to win the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. That's dug up by Peart after the serve. Handled by Hufferker, and Cornea can only bump it over. An Epic Recreation block by Hufferker and Stacy. And a potential block, but no. It is sent wide by Hutchinson, and that moves the score. Although call it in, I beg your pardon. So it's 23-17. I thought it was too deep, but it finds the line. And now Brog with service. Cornea sets it up for Stacy, who just taps it over. It's dug up by Comprehensive Family Dental dig and eventually falls to the floor on the Rebels' end of the gym. And it's now 23-18. And Coach Lamborn wants to talk things over with her, and we'll take a break of our own here on the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Rebels lead 23-18.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
23-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Your Rich Rebels in charge here in Star Valley against the Braves. I'm Matthew Peterson. Thanks for making Rebel Volleyball a part of your Saturday morning. Wherever you are joining us today, we're happy to have you with me. All right, let's get this game back in play. It's McKenna Brog to serve for the Braves. It barely gets over the net, and a tough Comprehensive Family dig by McKenna Stacy, but eventually finds its way to the floor. And now the Braves within 4. It's the closest they've been since really the start of this game. 23-19 your score. And Brog's serve goes deep, and they're back to trailing by 5 or more. It's 24-19 now. One more point for the Rebels, and they get the first set. There's Jenkins on the bump. Over to Hutchinson. Her shot is dug up by Stacy. And now Cornea bumps it over, and Peart will harmlessly set it over to the other end of the net. And a shot by Hutchinson goes too deep, and the point goes to the Rebels, and that is it for our first set of the match. Rebels win 25-19 after Hutchinson's final shot goes too far wide, too far deep, whatever you want to call it. And we'll take a break of our own, but the Rebels lead the match 1-0 after winning 25-19 on the station on main scoreboard. We'll be right back with more Rebel Volleyball after this.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome in here to our Star Valley tournament. Right now you're watching that game one going on. It says 9 a.m. We know we got started a little late. The JV started late, and so the varsity started late as well. And game two will get going after the JV game at noon. So varsity probably around 1 o'clock. Things are running a little bit behind schedule right now, so we'll monitor that for you. But let's check out our fan cam here. I've got Gary McKee with Bear Lake Realty Fan Cam showing the Rebel faithful that have traveled. A lot of them below the camera, unfortunately, but Rebel fans dotted across the bleachers. And we are a couple seconds away, 50 seconds on the clock until we get our second set underway. Rebels won the first set, if you just joined us, 25-19. And they look to build on that. They've won now 4 straight sets dating back to Thursday against Duchesne. That is your Bear Lake Realty Fan Cam. And we'll get back to the action. Here we go. To serve for the Braves, it is Mia Hutchinson. Hutchinson with a handful of kills and misses in the first set. She missed on the final shot and the final point of that Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Our beginning serve is always brought to you by Town and Country Realty. So here is Hutchinson for the Braves to restart this match. Hutchinson's serve is handled by Lamborn. Here's Cornea on the bump, and Smith will set it over. Now the Braves. There's a shot, and it falls to the floor. That kill is by McKenna Brogg, and it's brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. So the Braves score first. They lead 1-0 here in our second set. Trail 1-0 in the overall match. 1-0, that is. Hutchinson to serve again. Her serve goes to Stacy. Cornea with the set. Oh, and it just tapped over by Peart. There's Brogg on another Bear Lake Realty kill. Brogg with back-to-back kills, and the Braves up 2-0. Braves back in that first set, they never led once. It was tied 1-1, and after that, the Rebels never gave up the lead. Right now, they're leading 2-0, though. Here's Hutchinson on the serve. It goes to Lamborn. She bumps it up way high. And now Peart will just bump it over. It's handled by Jenkins. And Brogg's shot goes wide, and it's a point for the Rebels. They're on the board, 2-1. On the station on main scoreboard. Lamborn with service. It goes to Jenkins. I beg your pardon, to Hutchinson. There's Brogg. She'll set it over. It's handled by Sage Tingy. And now Annie Peart gives it, and that's handled by Hutchinson. Peart on the bump. Cornea with the set. and a Epic Recreation block goes out of bounds, and so the Rebels get the point. Stacy in on the action with the hammer shot, and we're all even at 2 apiece. There's Lamborn with the service, just skims over the net. Brog with a potential kill. No, it's a comprehensive family dental dig by Lamborn. There's Smith with it. Here come the Braves. And a near Epic Recreation block, but Lamborn touches it last, and it floats out of bounds, and the lead belongs to Star Valley once again. Serving for the Braves, it's McKenna Frazier. Her serve finds the net, and now we find ourselves even again at 3 apiece. Set number 1 went to the Rebels. They won 25-19. We're here in set number 2, and we're all tied at 3 apiece on the station on main scoreboard. There's Brog on the far end. It's comprehensive family dental digged up by Pierre. Goes into the net, and it's going to be pushed back to where it came from Gracie Kaiser. And the Rebels trail 4-3. The second set a lot closer. Blake Peterson, the head coach for Star Valley, clearly made whatever changes had to be made after the first set to bring his side in it. And Cameron Jenkins serves into the net, and that gives the Rebels the point. And we are tied once again 4-4 on the station on main scoreboard here in set number 2. Cornier with service. It goes to Hale. Setting it over to Brog. Brog continues to be the go-to girl when it comes to kills. Brog flips end of the court and a near Epic Recreation block. Huffaker able to push it back, and the 2 sides meet at the net, and it falls on the Rebels' end, and the point falls to Star Valley. They're back in the lead 5-4. 5-4 Braves in charge. Here's Brog on the serve, and Brog donates that ball to the net foundation, so it's 5-5. McKenna Stacy to serve for the Rebels. A hard serve. It's handled by Hale. Star Valley bumps it over. Now Cornea for the Rebels to set up Lamborn, and her shot goes too deep. They want it to be tipped, but they are not going to say it was. They're going to give the point to Star Valley. Rebels thought it was tipped, which would then give them the point. Far ref call tipped, as my cameraman Gary McKee calls or says, but nevertheless it's 6-5 Star Valley. Stacy bumps it over. Jenkins sets it up, and Hutchinson with a huge Bear Lake Realty kill. Ooh, that was scorched to the floor. Braves lead 7-5 now. Checking in for the Rebels, it's Mackenzie Smith for Dixie Huffaker. Huffaker had a great outing back on Thursday against Duchesne, but she finds a seat. There's Hutchinson for Star Valley. It's dug up by Comprehensive Family Dental dig from McKenna Stacy, and that ball falls to the floor on the Braves' end, which gives the Rebels a point, and they're back within 1 point. It's 6-7 on the station on main scoreboard. Mackenzie Smith, the junior, for Rich. Her serve goes to Hutchinson in the far corner. Jenkins sets it up, and it goes out of play. And now the point belongs to the Rebels. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. I believe it fell in. Yep, it's a Bear Lake Realty kill, so the lead is extended. Scoreboard reads 7-7. I believe it's 6-8. We'll monitor that one. Yep, so now that ball falls into the net, and it is 8-7, so a bit of a score change here, but here we go. 8-7, Braves over the Rebels. That's all that matters. Jenkins, her serve able to trickle over the net, but the Rebels keep it alive for momentarily, although the whistle is blown and the point is given to Star Valley. 9-7, Braves over the Rebels in set number 2. Rebels won set number 1. Lamborn bumps it up over to Cornea. Cornea sets it back to Lamborn, and with a Bear Lake Realty kill, Brittany Lamborn punishes the Valley, but punishes the Braves. And 9-8, the station on main scoreboard now. To serve for Rich, it's Annie Peart. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. It's Taylor McKee. McKee checking in for the Rebels. Now Cornea with the set. That goes over to Peart. Her shot is blocked, and then she dug it up herself. Here's Jenkins. Braves set it over. Cornea sets up Lamborn. A little too close to the net, though, and it falls down for a Star Valley point, and it's 10-8. Braves over the Rebels. Mia Hutchinson serving for Star Valley now. Serve goes to the middle to McKenna Stacy. Cornea on the set. And a Bear Lake Realty kill by Annie Peart. Gives the Rebels the point. 10-9 Star Valley in the lead still. We are in set number 2. Lamborn serve. Gets pushed around a couple times. Brogg powers it over. McKee able to keep it alive momentarily, and Cornea can't dig it up. It's 11-9 now. Braves leading the Rebels. Rich won the first set 25-19. They're currently trailing 11-9 here in set number 2. McKenna Frazier serving for Star Valley. Goes right to the middle. And that's where TJ meets the ball. Now Star Valley setting up Brogg on the far end. And instead of using power, she uses finesse, but a huge huge comprehensive family dental dig by Taylor McKee to keep that ball alive. Here's Cornea with it. She sets it over to McKenna Stacy. Stacy now gives it back to Cornea, who sets up Annie Peart, and her shot is blocked up. Brogg on the far end. Dug over by Smith. Cornea on the set for Rich. Peart trying to find the back corner, unable to. Too long of a shot. It's 12-9 now in favor of Star Valley. Frazier on the service. Dug up by McKee. There's Cornea setting over to McKenna Stacy. That ball touches the net, touches the Rebels a couple times. Her shot could not find its way over the net, and it's 13-9. And we're going to have a timeout and a break. Coach Lamborn wants to talk things over with her end. They trail 13-9 on the station on main scoreboard.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Welcome back to set number 2. Rebels trail 13-9 on the station on main scoreboard. You're listening to Rebel Radio. You have your Star Valley tournament. Rebels play against Star Valley first, as you see on your screen, or listen through your radio, and then they'll play Lyman later on. And I'm not sure what serve that was from McKenna Frazier. She just didn't hit the ball. That simple. Nevertheless, the point goes to the Rebels. It's 13-10 now. Peart with the service. Ball floats out of bounds. (14-10) now. Rebels trail. Lamborn bumps it over to Cornea. Cornea sets up Stacy. Her shot is dug up by Hale. Now Brogg on the other end. And her kill is going to go out of play. It'll be a point for the Rebels. 11-14, Rich behind Star Valley. Cornea in service. Jenkins sets it over, and that's a huge Epic Recreation block by Huffaker. Star Valley scrambled to keep the point alive, and it falls to the floor, and the Rebels get the point. 12-14 your score now. Rich still trailing by 2. They have not led this entire set. Jenkins setting it over to Brogue, and Brogue with the Bear Lake Realty kill as it finds a sweet spot in the defense, and it's 15-12. The lead back in, the lead pushed back to 3 for Star Valley. McKenna Brogue will serve, and Brogue's service finds the net foundation. It's 15-13. Rebels trailing by 2. Yep, McKenna Stacy now to serve for the Rebels, and unfortunately the Rebels have caught a couple breaks by Star Valley putting the ball into the net, but Stacy gives the point right back to them. It's 16-13 Star Valley over Rich. Hale to serve for the Braves. Handled first by Huffaker, then Cornea, and then a deep shot back behind the 10-foot line by Stacy. Peart setting over to Cornea. Lamborn's shot is an Epic Recreation block. Huffaker puts it over. Oh, and a couple girls collide right by the net. That's a Comprehensive Family Dental dig by Cornea. Goes over the net. We're going back and forth a couple times, and the Rebels the last one to touch it as that ball goes out of bounds. 17-13 now. A 4-point lead for Star Valley. They lost the first set to Rich, 25-19, but they're up by 4 now in the second set. There's service by Hale. Cornea setting it over to Sage Tingy. Tingy sets it deep. Hutchinson's shot is not going to be blocked completely. It's a Bear Lake Realty kill, and it's a 5-point lead for the Braves. They're up 18-13. Whitney Hale to serve again for Star Valley. Her serve goes deep into the middle to Stacy. Cornea setting up Lamborn. Instead of powering it down, she opts to push it over the net. Stacy with the Comprehensive Family Dental dig. Here's Peart on a deep shot. Star Valley using all 3 of their hits. They put it over a Comprehensive Family Dental dig by Cornea. And now Tingy bumps it over. And that's not handled well by Brogue. She bumps it out of play, and it's a point for the Rebels. 18-14 your score. Rebels down 4 here in set number 2. Lead 1-0 after winning the first set. Brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, 25-19. Smith with a ace. Not sure what Star Valley was doing, but it is a Crawford Trough ace, and it's now a 3-point game. Rebels down 18-15. On the station on main scoreboard. Here's Smith with the serve. Her serve is handled. Jenkins setting it over to Frazier, and Frazier puts it out of play. And the Rebels are within 2. It's 18-16. Smith with the service. Jenkins over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson just barely pushes it over the net. Now Cornea is setting it up, and it's the same response by Peart. She pushes it over ever so slightly. And that's a Comprehensive Family Dental dig by McKenna Stacy. What a shot that was, and what a better dig it was on the other end. And now Hutchinson for Star Valley, and she makes her pay that time, though, with a Bear Lake Realty kill. Stacy could not dig that one up. And the lead is back to 3 for Star Valley. 19-16 here in set number 2. Addison Jenkins. Stacy digs it up. And Lamborn can only bump it over, but wow, able to make the most of it. Floats it too close to the net. Star Valley can't get it off the floor, and it's 19-17 now with Rich scoring the last point. The Rebels down by 2 here in set number 2. McKee to serve. And an Epic Recreation block by Lamborn and Peart. And that puts the score 19-18. Rebels down by 1, and Coach Peterson takes a timeout, so we'll take a timeout of our own. We'll be right back here. It's 19-18 on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels behind.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
It is a 1-point game, 1-point set here in set number 2. Rebels won the first set 25-19, and they currently trail 19-18 in set number 2. That's Smith with a block, with a dig. And Brogue able to dig that ball up, and the shot goes wide, and we are all even. It's 19-19. The Rebels have trailed by at least 4. Sometimes 5 this set, but now we're all even, 19 apiece. There's a near Epic Recreation block at the net for the Rebels. Peart does have her shot blocked, though, and the Braves take the lead back 20-19. Mia Hutchinson to serve for the Braves. And her serve is a Nemo. It goes into the net. It's 20-all. Brittany Lamborn to serve now for the Rebels. And another service error. Rebels are not making the most of the Braves' service errors. They often respond with a service error of their own. So the Braves lead 21-20 here in set number 2. Lamborn bumps it up over to Cornea. Cornea sets it over to Peart. Her power hit is dug up well by the Braves, and her shot goes wide, but it is tipped by the Rebels, so it's a point for the Braves. They lead 22-20 in set number 2. Rich won the first set 25-19. Frazier in service. And a service error, and now here comes a big challenge for the Rebels. Can they make the most of that service error and get a point of their own, or will they hand the ball back? Huffaker checks in for the Rebels. It's 21-22. Rebels behind. Brogue on the far side of the Bear Lake Realty kill. No, it's a Comprehensive Family Dental dig. Jenkins sets it over to Hutchinson, who blasts it too far deep, and the Rebels are all even, 22 apiece. What a huge Comprehensive Family Dental dig by McKenna Stacy. Great shot, better dig. There's Hale. Brogue on the far side, just punches it over. And Lamborn tried to keep it alive, but unable to. And it's a point for the Braves, and they lead by 1, 23-22 in set number 2. 2 points and we're all even, 1 set apiece. There's the service. It's handled by McKee. And Peart just got, Stacy just got under it too much. Game, set point coming up. 24-22, Braves in the lead. Here's the service by Jenkins. And it's dug up and made it look difficult was Peart in the middle. McKee keeps it alive over to Cornea, and the Braves just have to set it over. There's Brogue on the far end, set up well by McKee. And now Stacy trying to get a point of her own. The Braves have to set it to the back line. Lamborn bumps it up. Cornea's going to set up Huffaker, who just taps it over the net. Cornea will try to do the same thing. It's Stacy this time, and she taps it as well, but the Braves have a response. And an Epic Recreation block, and then another dig by Gracie Kaiser. Huffaker pushing it back to where it came from. Brogue setting up for a shot and another Epic Recreation block. And they'll give the point to the Rebels. It is 24-23. An error on, I believe it went in, Mia Hutchinson went into the net for Star Valley. 24-23. Rebels in charge, and that ball ping-pongs around the Rebel defense, and it falls to the floor, and that ends set number 2. A close one, though. 25-23, your final score for set number 2. We're all even at 1 set apiece after 2. Rebels won the first set 25-19, and then Star Valley responds with a win of their own, set number 2, 25-23. We'll be right back here on Rebel Radio. You're watching the Rich Rebel volleyball team on mylocalradio.com.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
We are ready for set number 3 here in Star Valley. Rebels won the first set 25-19. The Braves responded with a win of their own in set number 2, 25-23. Rebels trailed just about the entirety of set number 2. We were able to tie it up a couple of times, but really never got over that hump. And it's worth noting that the Rebels are playing a class up. This is a Braves team that competes in 3A and 4A for athletics. Braves coming up here, and I beg your pardon, the Rebels coming up here, and I think surprising Star Valley a little bit in set number 1, coming out and really dominating. I mean, 25-19, a 6-point victory. They led by as much as 8 at some points in set number 1, but Star Valley responded and really took control of set number 2. Rebels did not capitalize on a handful of service errors that Star Valley committed. And that was a major issue, and that's something they're going to have to fix to get back in this one and take the lead in the sets. It's all even at 1 apiece. Here we go. The junior, Annie Peart. She will serve for the Rebels to get us going. And the Bear Lake Town and Country Realty first serve. And now an Epic Recreation block by the Rebels. There's Brogue on the far side, and she's able to find it through and get the point for her end. It is 1-0 in favor of Star Valley in set number 3. Each side winning a set. Frazier serves for the Braves. Cornea bumps it up. Huffaker just pushes it to the other end. And now Brogue with a potential kill. They'll say it is out of play and a point for the Rebels, 1-1. Cornea serves to the back line. Hale bumps it up backwards. And now Hutchinson has her shot dug up by Peart. Here's Brogue on the far side, and with the Bear Lake Realty kill, no, it goes out of play. Oh, never mind. It was tipped. Referee changed her mind. Point goes to Star Valley. 2-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cameron Jenkins to serve for Star Valley. Her serve barely gets over the net, and it's a Crawford Trough ace. 3-1 Braves. Jenkins serving again, and once again that serve barely gets over the net, and the Rebels have difficulties dealing with that. It's 4-1. Rebels trailing the Braves in set number 3. Smith checks in for Lamborn. Here's Jenkins again, and this time her luck runs out. It finds the net, and it's a point for the Rebels. It's 4-2. And that's a Crawford Trough ace for McKenna Stacy. Rebels down 1 now, 4-3 in set number 3. Stacy to serve again. She's got a hard serve. Brogue able to handle it momentarily for Star Valley. Now Cornea setting it over to Huffaker. And Huffaker, she likes the finesse over the power. She just finds that sweet spot in the defense and just able to push it ever so gently across, and it's a point for the Rebels, 4-4. Stacy's serve is out of bounds, and it's a point for Star Valley, 5-4 Braves. There's McKenna Brogue on the serve. This time Huffaker opts to go with power, and it's Epic Recreation block. And a point for Star Valley. They lead 6-4 in set number 3. Brogue to serve again. Her serve is handled. Cornea sets it over to Smith. Smith's shot is dug up by Hale. Now Hutchinson on the far side, and her drive is out of play, and it's a point for the Rebels. 6-5, they trail Star Valley. Rich won set number 1, 25-19, then dropped set number 2 in a close one, 25-23. There's Huffaker with the serve. Brogue at the other end of it. Jenkins sends it over to Hutchinson, and that's a Bear Lake Realty kill. Just finds the inside portion of the line, 7-5 in favor of the Braves. Now Whitney Hale to serve for Star Valley. Her serve goes to Stacy in the middle. Cornea sets up Smith. Smith puts it to the back line. Braves able to handle it. And it would have been an Epic Recreation block, but it falls in on the Rebel side of the court, and it's a point for the Braves. 8-5 they lead. Hale in service. And Stacy's dig goes just a little too close to the net, but Cornea able to bump it over. And now Addison Jenkins puts the ball out of play and gives the Rebels a point. 8-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Sage Tingey with the serve. Goes right in the middle for Brogue. Hutchinson tries to bury the ball, but it's dug up by Tingey. Oh, and a big comprehensive family dental dig by Brogue on the other end of the court. She sets it over. Tingey bumps it, and now Cornea sets it, and Mackenzie Smith with a Bear Lake Realty kill to bring the Rebels within 1, 8-7 in set number 3. Sage Tingey, the senior, to serve again. Her serve goes deep and down the middle to Brogue. Hutchinson on the far side. Oh, instead of power, she opts to just tap it over, and a Bear Lake comprehensive family dental dig keeps it alive momentarily by Sage Tingey. but it is now 9-7 in favor of the Braves. Addison Jenkins to serve for Star Valley. Her serve barely floats over the net, and it gets stuck up at the net, and that's when Addison Jenkins herself will push it over for a point. 10-7 now in favor of Star Valley in set number 3. Jenkins serves again. It goes in the middle. That's handled by Peart. Cornea sets up for Smith, and Smith with a nice little touch over for a Bear Lake Realty kill. It's 8-10. Rebels trailing in set number 3 to Star Valley. Mackenzie Smith serves. It goes deep in the middle. Jenkins sets up Hutchinson. Hutchinson's shot is a comprehensive family dental dig by Smith, and then Cornea nearly found the inside portion of the court, but puts it too far wide, and it's a point for the Rebels, for the Braves, I beg your pardon. 8-11, Rebels trail. Here's Hutchinson on the serve. Dug up by Smith. Rebels use 2 hits too far back. They have to casually put the ball over. And an epic recreation block at the net by a handful of Rebels, but a whistle is blown, and they'll call a error into the net on Star Valley, so the point goes Rich's way. They trail 11-9 now. In set number 3, it's all even, one set apiece after the first 2. Annie Peart, the junior, serves, and that's a Crawford Trough ace as it bleeds through the fingers of Hale. Rebels down 1 now, 11-10 in set number 3. This third set is brought to you by the Rich County government. Here's Peart on the serve. This time Hale's able to handle it, but Bro cannot, and it's not a Crawford Trough ace, but close to it. 11-11 your score. We're all even in our Rich County government third set. Annie Peart serving again. Hale once again at the receiving end of it. Hutchinson trying to kill it, but it's blocked partially by Rich. And there's McKenna Stacy, and that's a huge, oh, wow. Star Valley keeps it alive, and now the Rebels have to deal with the ball. Cornea sets up Huffaker. Huffaker serves it, sends it deep to Hale. And Brogue just taps it over. And then Hutchinson buries it in the back left corner for a point. And the Rebels now trail 12-11 to the Braves. Mia Hutchinson to serve. Her serve floats over the net. Cornea sets it over gently. And now Brogue has a difficult situation to deal with, but she makes the most of it, gets the ball over. Huffaker did not hit that ball hard enough on the third hit. And the Rebels take the fault, and it's now 13-11, Braves leading. Rich has yet to take a lead here in set number 3. Mackenzie Smith checks out. It looks like she may have, I believe her knee may be bleeding. Lamborn putting on the doctor hat. She's dealing with an injured knee from Mackenzie Smith. She appears to be okay, but I think they're taping it up right now. There's only 5 girls on the court for Rich, so they're going to wait for Mackenzie Smith to get taped up. Rebels trail 13-11 in set number 3, brought to you by Rich County Government. The Rebels won set number 1, 25-19, dropped set 2, 25-23, and now down 2 in set 3, 13-11. Smith is ready to go, and we're ready to resume play here in Star Valley. Here's McKenna Frazier serving for the Braves. Cornea sends it over. 2 girls up at the net. We have a new Rebel in for the first time this season. And a epic recreation block just barely gets over the net. It's number 8 for Rich, and it's not on my roster. I'll try and get that up in a moment. And that serve is short as the Rebels cheer, and it's now 14-12 in favor of the Braves still. Brogue. Cornea gets a piece of it. Comprehensive Family Dental dig by Smith. Brogue trying again. And it is going to be tipped. They'll argue and they'll win their plea. And number 8 is Darlene Peterson. Darlene Peterson for the first time making her varsity debut, at least for the games I've covered. A sophomore. Here's Star Valley with the serve. Peart handles it. Smith bumps it. And McKenna Stacy pushes it over. 15-12 in favor of the Braves. Cornea sets up Peterson. Peterson's big shot is dug up by the Braves. And Brogue on the far side pushes it out of play, and it's a point for Rich. 15-13. And Rebels get an early point. A beautiful serve. I believe, it's the scoreboard reads 15-13, but by my estimations, it should read 15-14. They missed the point prior to that serve. This could be an issue. That serve goes into the net for a Braves point, and now it reads 16-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
It's set 3 and it's tied at 1, so it's going to be a while.
Peterson, Comprehensive Family Dental dig over to Stacy. Peart harmlessly sends it over the net. There's Hutchinson at the net. Cornea bumps it over. Tingy gives it over to Peterson, and Peterson's shot is tipped and goes out of play for a Rebel point. It's now 16-14 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Don't quote me, but I believe it should be 16-15. But my vote doesn't matter here. Peterson's serve just gets over the net barely. Hutchinson powers it through, and Peterson can't handle the heat. Goes out of play for a Braves point, 17-14. Star Valley in the lead. Rich trails by 3 in set number 3. Each side has won a set. Hale to serve. Hale's serve is handled in the middle by Stacy. And then Peart trying to hammer it down, but a Comprehensive Family Dental dig keeps it alive for Star Valley. Smith has her shot in Epic Recreation block. And it's a 4-point lead for the Braves, 18-14 in our Rich County Government set number 3. Hale to serve. And Hale's serve is out of play. It's a point for the Rebels. 18-15. And the scoreboard still reads 18-14, and we haven't had any updates in a while, so it is now 19-15 in favor of the Braves on the Station on Main scoreboard. Smith's shot goes wide. It's a point for Star Valley. 20-6. Now the scoreboard's all over the place, so I can't keep up with it. It should be 20-15, but it is 20-16. I think they just gave Rich a point from earlier. Nevertheless, Rebels trail by 4 here in set number 3, brought to you by Rich County Government. Cornea setting it over. And Peart's shot is too far deep. It's a point for the Braves, 21-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Do we have a timeout? Yes, Coach Lamborn takes a T7 Propane in Woodruff timeout. So we'll take a break of our own. Station on Main scoreboard reads 21-16 Braves over the Rebels.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by CAD Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at Cat Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
Folks have many reasons to.
21-16 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels down 5 in set number 3 here in Star Valley. Rich raced out to a early win in set number 1, 25-19, but since then it's been all Braves. They won set number 2, 25-23, and they lead by 5 here in set number 3 and never given up the lead either. Cornea setting it over. Smith just pushes it calmly over the net, and now Cornea sets up for Peart. There's Hutchinson in the far corner where she likes to play, and she has too much power behind that shot. It's a point for the Rebels, 21-17. Rich down by 4 in set number 3, brought to you by Rich County Government. And a Crawford Trough ace for Smith, and now the Rebels within 3. 21-18 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Smith serve goes deep to Brogg. Hutchinson uses one hand to lift the ball over. Stacy has her shot blocked. And they'll give the point to Star Valley, 22-18. Rebels down 4 in the Rich County Government third set. Here is Hutchinson to serve. Her serve is handled by Smith. Cornea sets. And a Bear Lake Realty kill from Annie Peart gives the Rebels a point. They're within 3 again, 22-19 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Peart, who just had the Bear Lake Realty kill, has the serve now. Hale bumps it. Jenkins sets it. Brogg tries to kill it, and it's a Bear Lake Realty kill. It goes off the fingertips of a Rebel, and it's now a 23-19 game in set number 3. Braves in charge. Here's Frazier to serve for the Braves. Handled by Smith first, then Cornea sets, and then McKenna Stacy with an absolute hammer shot of a Bear Lake Realty kill. 23-20, we have another close one here. It's going to come down to the wire. Cornea serves. Handled by Hale first. And then Hutchinson tries to push it in, and she does find a corner inside the line, and it's going to be a set point now for the Braves. They're up 24-20. To serve for Star Valley, it is Cameron Jenkins. Jenkins serves. Stacy digs. Cornea sets. Stacy hits, and it's blocked. And now Huffaker tries to hit it over, so she does. Hale sets up Brogg on the far side. That's an epic recreation block by Huffaker. And now Brogg tries again. It's set up by Smith over to Cornea. Here's Stacy who taps it over. It's a Bear Lake Realty kill. And the Rebels keep themselves alive in set number 3. 24-21 on the Station on Main scoreboard. McKenna Stacy to serve. She just got the point. Now she has an opportunity to get another. Her serve is handled by Hale in the middle. Jenkins sets it over, and Brogg's shot goes into the net. An epic recreation block potentially by Huffaker, and it's 24-22, and the Rebels force Coach Peterson and the Braves to take a timeout, as will we. It's a close one here. Don't go anywhere. 24-22, Braves in the lead.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Here we go. Braves trying to get their set point. It's Copper to family don't dig up, and Huffaker pushes over to keep it alive.
This presentation.
Folks,
And after it's all said and done with the technical issues, it is a point for the Braves. Rebels gave it a excellent effort, but it's 25-22 at the end of set number 3. And now Star Valley leads 2-1 after giving up set number 1. They've won the next 2. Rebels need to win this next set to keep it alive before they play in game number 2 against Lyman. We're going to step aside. We'll take a quick break. That is the conclusion of your Rich County Government third set. On the Station on Main scoreboard, it goes to the Braves 25-22.
Whether you need a big bite to eat, a tasty snack, or a sweet treat, the Crawford Trough in Randolph has it all to satisfy your cravings. From tasty burgers and wraps, patty melts and perfect pitas to fresh salads, home-cut fries, crispy onion rings, and of course, that silky smooth ice cream. The Crawford Trough can feed your hunger and then some. And if you haven't tried one of the Trough's mixed sodas, your taste buds don't know what they're missing. Stop in today at the place to eat and drink, the Crawford Trough at 120 South Main, Randolph.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The town council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District. If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
We're ready for set number 4 between the Rebels and the Braves. Rebels trail 2-1. They won the first set 25-19. Since then, it's been all Braves. They won 25-23 in the second and third set. Oh, I beg your pardon. In set number 3, it was 25-22. Rebels have yet to get a lead in those 2 sets. We'll take a moment to pause for radio station identification.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
And we are ready to restart this match here. Rebels need to win this set to stay alive. They trail 2-1. And to give us our Town & Country Realty beginning serve, it is going to be Mia Hutchinson. Set up by Tingy. Over to TJ. And Lamborn's shot is deflected and a point for the Rebels. And that is, by my calculations, the first time they've led since set number 1. They've tied the game a couple times but have yet to get over that jump. And now Lamborn to serve. Lamborn serve has too much oxygen beneath the ball. It's a point for the Braves after a service error. 1-1 on the Station on Main scoreboard in set number 4. Happy you're making Rebel Volleyball a part of your Saturday morning. Here from Star Valley, I'm Matthew Peterson on Rebel Radio. And a hard shot by Peart, and it's a Bear Lake Realty kill after hitting a couple of fingers and shins and knees. 2-1 Rebels. Taylor McKee, better known as TJ, setting for the Rebels. Peart bumps it. McKee sets it. That's an epic recreation block, but it goes out of play. Hutchinson on the receiving end of that block, and Stacy in on the kill potentially. It's 3-1 Rebels. Oh, and a little help from the net gives the Rebels a point. Peart with a Crawford Trough ace, and it's 4-1 Rich. Just like we saw in set number 1, they're racing out to an early lead. Can they maintain it? The service error from Peart gives the point to the Braves. They now trail by 2. It's 4-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels in front. Here's Cameron Jenkins to serve. Jenkins serves. Lamborn bumps. McKee sets. Epic Recreation block from Huffaker's attempt. Huffaker just pushes it over. There's Jenkins to set it. And now a shot from Gracie Kaiser. Able to find the inside corner of the court. It's 4-3. Rebels still lead by 1. Jenkins serves. Lamborn bumps. McKee sets. Huffaker dances it over. Now Brogue at the other end. Sage Tingy keeps it alive momentarily, and then she bumps it over on her third hit. And there's a big shot from Brogue, but too deep, and a point for the Rebels, 5-3 Rich. After this game, the Rebels will go and play against Lyman. There's Kaiser. Partial Epic Recreation block. And now Tingy has her big hit deflected out of bounds for a Rebels point. 6-3 Rich. There's McKee. A service error on her end pushes the score to 6-4. Rich still in front, though, in set number 4. Here's McKenna Brogue. McKee sets. McKenna hits. An Epic Recreation block, but it falls on the rich half of the net. And one too many hits. 4 hits they call. But one of them was on a block, so that shouldn't count. But it's a point given to Star Valley. They trail by 1, 6-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. TJ sets, and then Stacy puts it over. An Epic Recreation block by Tingy. That gives the Rebels a point, and they're up by 2 again. It's 7-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard in set number 4. Rich trailing 2-1 against Star Valley. Hale bumps. And a big hit by Jenkins finds the inside portion of the court. Once again, Star Valley within 1 point now. They've tied so far in set number 4, but they have not led at all. 7-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Whitney Hale to serve. Handled first by Huffaker. And then behind the 10-foot line, Stacy has to hit. And there's a huge comprehensive family dental dig. Oh, what a great effort by Annie Peart. It just rocketed off her arm and nearly found the line of Star Valley. But it's 7-7 now. We're all even on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Hale to serve. Lamborn bumps, but not a great bump. And the Rich Rebels have to just bump it over. That sets up the Braves, and then a comprehensive family dental dig by Stacy. And a huge shot by Annie Peart behind the 10-foot line. And another shot there by Hutchinson. Rebels able to handle it momentarily. Peart puts it over the net, just barely though. And then Addison Jenkins makes her pay. She finds the back right corner for a point, and the Braves now have their first lead of set number 4, 8-7 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hale will serve again. Hale to serve. Peart at the end of it. And she hits it over herself. A dig in the corner by Brogue. Hutchinson just bumps it over. McKee sets up Lamborn. Lamborn opts for finesse over power. Hutchinson hits it once again. It's a Bear Lake Realty kill for the Braves. They're up 9-7 now in set number 4. Rebels have to win this set to keep it alive. They trail 2-1. Here's Whitney Hale to serve for the Braves. A service arrow. She Nemo's the ball. 9-8 in favor of the Braves still. Smith serves. Handled by Hutchinson in the corner. Big comprehensive family dental dig by McKee. Lamborn bumps it over. Handled first by Frazier. And Frazier hits, and she gets a Bear Lake Realty kill. It is now 10-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. The Braves in the lead. There's the set by Smith. And a rocket shot and a Bear Lake Realty kill from McKenna Stacy. What a beautiful shot by Stacy. Rebels trail 10-9 in set number 4. They're trying to force a 5th set.
I think it was one of those weird ones because forever it was a 2-0 game because we were punting it. Like our defense.
Rich serve, and that just barely floats over the line. It is number 33. I'll try and get a name on number 33 for the Rich Rebels.
Went over his head and rolled out of the back of his head.
Service. Handled first by Brogue. Hutchinson in the corner. She sets it over. Then Smith sets it. Now McKee with a beautiful set and a great shot, but it's blocked by Peart. And another Epic Recreation block. McKee bumps it over. Lamborn bumps it, but too far. And in the game for the Rebels, it is Kayleen Hatch, and she checks out after 2 points. Hatch had an older sister on the team last season who graduated. And Hutchinson serves, goes out of play, and it is now 11-11. Make a wish, everyone. Hopefully it's for the Rebels. Here's Lamborn to serve. Her serve goes to Hale deep in the middle. Jenkins sets up an Epic Recreation block. No, it falls in on the Rich side. It's a point for the Braves. They now lead 11-12. This is going to be back and forth all set long. Rebels need to win to stay alive and force a set 5. They won the first set 25-19. And then a 2 and a 3-point victories for the Braves in sets 2 and 3. Stacy's shot goes too far deep. And now the Braves extend their lead by 2. It is 13-11. On the Station on Main scoreboard. There's a bump by Lamborn. Stacy has her shot blocked, but it goes out of bounds. That's a point for the Rebels. 12-13, Rebels behind. Huffaker checks in for Smith. Peart serves. And it's a Crawford-Trough serve, a Crawford-Trough ace for Annie Peart. 13-13, we're all tied once again. The Rebels refuse to back down against this bigger school of Star Valley. Hale bumps, Jenkins sets. Here come the Rebels on a march of their own. Stacy able to get it over the net, but the Braves can handle it. Brogue with a huge block, and Sage Tingy tries to keep it alive, but goes through her fingers, not a play. Braves lead again, 14-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We're still waiting for our precision play of the game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum. A nice comprehensive family dental dig by Lamborn. And a great shot by Tingy. And that floats around and falls on the Braves side for a Rebels point. 14-14, all tied once again. Rich led early in this set. They were up by 3 at one point, 6-3. Not too much oxygen underneath McKee's serve, and that goes out of play. And it's a point for the Braves, 15-14. Now Brogue to serve. McKee sets. Stacy hits, and it's a Dr. McKay Frankum precision play of the game. Falls beneath the blockers. for a Rebels point, and we're all tied at 15-15. Ooh, a hard hit by Stacy, trickles over the net. And she digs it up herself, a comprehensive family dental dig. Huffaker trying to get it over, that ball dancing between the two sides of the net. They'll call an error on the Braves. It's a point for the Rebels. They lead 16-15. Here's Stacy with a hard serve she has. A complete cannon of an arm. Hutchinson bumps it over. McKee sets up for Lamborn, and Lamborn's shot is blocked out of play. It's a point for the Rebels. 17-16 now on the Station on Main scoreboard. 17-15. Another serve, and another time it goes over the net just barely. Hutchinson on the far side, and she gets a Bear Lake Realty kill. 16-17, Rebels in the lead now. Here's Hale to serve, her side trailing 17-16 in set number 4, but they lead 2-1. McKee sets up for Lamborn, and that is a Bear Lake Realty kill. 18-16, Rebels in charge in set number 4. Smith to serve. It is dug up by Jenkins. Brogue serves, and Brogue hits, and able to find a hole in the defense for the Rebels. Gets the point for the Braves. Star Valley down 1 in set number 4, 18-17 in favor of Rich. Jenkins serves, dug up by Smith. And then Lamborn with a they're going to give the point to the Rebels. That ball hit the floor. It's a Bear Lake Realty kill, and it's now 19-17 Rebels. Kayleen Hatch comes back in for Rich. We saw her briefly earlier. She serves, handled by Brogue, then over to Jenkins, and now Hutchinson. Hatch bumps it over. It is set by Kaiser. And a near epic recreation block, but it falls to the Rich end of the court. It's 19-18, Rich in the lead, but that lead getting trimmed to 1. Hatch checks out for Tingy. Mia Hutchinson to serve for the Braves. Down 1, 19-18, but leading 2-1 in set number 4. Here we are. McKee sets up, and an epic recreation block, but it goes out of bounds, and that's a point for the Rebels after Lamborn hits the ball. 20-18, Rich in the lead. If they win this, they'll force a 5th set. Lamborn serves. Hit up by Frazier. Sets up for Brogue on the far side, then Tingy able to dig it up. Lamborn bumps. McKee sets, and Stacy hits. Hale bumps for the Braves. Brogue on the far side, goes into the net. It's an epic recreation block for your Rebels, and they're up 21-18 in set number 4. Coach Peterson calls timeout, and as will we. On the Station on Main scoreboard, your Rebels in the lead, 21-18.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Rebels up by 3 in set number 4, 21-18 in favor of Rich. They trail 2-1. 4 more points and we'll have a 5th set. But first, it's Brittany Lamborn to serve for your Rebels. Her serve is handled by Hale deep in the middle. Jenkins sets it up for Hutchinson, who just pokes it over in a near comprehensive family dental dig for Smith, but the ball hits the court, and it's a point for the Braves, 21-19. Rebels still in the lead. Frazier to serve. She serves, and it's a Crawford Trough ace, as McKenna Stacy couldn't handle it. Too hot off her hands. It's a point for the Braves. They're down 1, 21-20 in the 4th set. Frazier jumps, serves, dug up by Tingy, set by McKee, hit by Stacy, who digs up her own block, and that ball dances on the top of the net. They're going to give the point to Star Valley, and we're all even, 21 apiece. It's as close as they can get right now. Here's Frazier to serve, jumps, hits, set by Tingy, bump by Smith, and a hit by, well, that goes off the scoreboard, sorry. It was a hit by McKenna Stacy, and then the initial bump from the Star Valley and hits the scoreboard, and a whistle and a point for the Rebels. They're up 22-21 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's service from Peart. Brogue on the opposite end gets the Bear Lake Realty kill. Huffaker and McKee try to block it but unable to. It's all even at 22 apiece. Jenkins to serve. Her serve is short. It goes into the net. It's a point for the Rebels. They lead 23-22 now in set number 4. 2 more points for Rich, and we'll have a 5th set. Here's McKee with a good serve, handled by Hale. Then Jenkins sets up Hutchinson, and a big epic recreation block between Tingy and Huffaker. And the Rebels need 1 more point to claim the 4th set and force a 5th set. They lead 24-22. We have a T7 propane timeout, so we'll take a break of our own. Rebels up by 2, 24-22.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
It's been a hard-fought match all morning long, and we come down to what could be the final point. Rebels serve, handled by Hale. The Rebels need 1 point to claim the 4th set, and they get it! Addison Jenkins donates the ball to the Net Foundation, and it's a point for the Rebels, and we have a 5th set coming our way. Rebels win set number 4, 25-22. We have a rich sandwich right now. They won the first set, dropped 2 and 3, and won number 4. We have a big 5th set coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back here on Rebel Radio on mylocalradio.com and The Wildlife.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
basketball team played them too.
It is time for set number 5 between the Rebels and the Braves. Let's recap this one. How we have gotten to the point we're at right now. Set number 1 went to Rich. They pretty much dominated start to finish. They won 25-19. Set number 2 was a different story. Star Valley came out and jumped out to a lead, and Rich was able to cut into it but fell short. They dropped it 25-23. Set number 3, a similar story. All Braves at the beginning. And then the Rebels cut into it but fell short. They lost 25-22. And then set 4 was back and forth all set long. And it ended with a Rebels victory, 25-22. So we have the deciding rubber match here of set number 5 between the Rebels and the Braves. We want to thank all of our sponsors. We'll have our beginning serve coming up soon, brought to you by Town & Country Realty. We've had a handful of T7 propane timeouts, both for each side. And then after this one, of our post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company, highlights from Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, and then our look ahead on the calendar from Western Ag Credit. However, we have to race over to the junior high. It's 2 o'clock. It's noon right now. So the JV game for Rich for their second game was supposed to start 3 minutes ago. That's not going to happen. So we'll have to make it a very quick post-game show to get over to the Star Valley Junior High for their next match. Here we go. All comes down to set number 5. Peart to serve on our Town & Country Realty beginning serve. Brogg hits. Dug up by Annie Peart, but goes out of play. It would have been an excellent comprehensive family dental dig. And point number 1 goes to the Braves. And set number 5, the deciding set. Now McKenna Frazier to serve for Star Valley. Jumps, hits, barely gets over the net. Sets by McKee, hit by Lamborn, out of play. 2-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And it's hit over and out of play. $3-0 in favor of the Braves. Frazier to serve once again. And she Nemos the ball into the net. It's 3-1. Braves on top of the Rebels. Here's TJ to serve. Her serve, a good serve, just barely over the net, and it's a, it should have been a Crawford Trough ace, and they're going to give it to her.
I think, no, she hit the friggin',
And a Brave, I want to say it was Brogue, flew into the bleachers to save it, but it's a Crawford Trough ace for McKenna, or I beg your pardon, for McKee. And that shot goes out of bounds. It's a point for the Rebels, and now it's all even at 3 apiece on the Station on Main scoreboard. Hit first by Jenkins. Bumped over. Lamborn bumps. McKee sets. Stacy hits. Saved by the Braves. Another set by McKee. Another hit by Stacy, and it's too deep. It's a point for Star Valley. They lead 4-3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Cameron Jenkins will serve for the Braves. And Bro comes out for the first time. It seems like as if she may have a banged up hand. I think she's getting taped on it. Yeah, the attention's on her left hand, it looks like to me, from the trainer. So we have a stoppage in play. And while we'll see how long this takes, she may take a break of her own. Nope, looks like she's ready to go. McKenna Brogue, such a big part of this Star Valley team, comes back in the game, and we're ready to resume action. 4-3 Braves over the Rebels on the station on main scoreboard in set number 5. And a huge comprehensive family dental dig by Lamborn, but it goes out of play, and it's a point. A Crawford Trough ace for the Braves. They're up by 2, 5-3. Jenkins jumps, hits, bumped up by Lamborn, and Huffaker gets her shot blocked. Now the Braves scramble. Brogue hits. Comprehensive family dental dig by Lamborn. A great one, too. Huffaker pushes it over. Brogue hits again. Another comprehensive family dental dig, this time by Pert. And Tingy will carelessly hit it over the net. When a finesse hit, McKee will set. Stacy's going to hit. It's hit up by Hale on the other end. We have a bit of a rally going. Brogue just punches the ball over the net. Now Stacy with a soft hit. Brogue hits again. Comprehensive family dental dig by Peart. Huffaker pushes it over with 2 hands. Brogue on the far side. And her has her shot deflected. And it's a point for the Braves as the ball trickles out of bounds. It's 6-3 in favor of Star Valley early in set number 5. Jenkins to serve once again for the Braves. She jumps and hits. It's handled by Lamborn at first. McKee will set. Stacy will hit. And it's a Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy. That moves the score up to 6-4, still in favor of the Braves. On the station on main scoreboard. That's a Bear Lake Realty, a Crawford Trough ace from McKenna Stacy. She's gotten the last 2 points for her side, and now her side trails by 1, 6-5 on the station on main scoreboard. Stacy trying to get another Crawford Trough ace. Hale bumps. Jenkins sets. Hutchinson goes for the big hit. Now McKee sets for her own. And that's a Bear Lake Realty kill for Brittany Lamborn. Partially deflected, hits the floor. It's a point for the Rebels. We're all even at 6 apiece. Similar to the story of last set when the Rebels were down and made a comeback. Hard hit by Stacy. Pushed over by Jenkins. McKee sets. And an epic recreation block and a comprehensive family dental dig by Stacy in the corner. And then Lamborn pushes it over to the other end of the net. And a poor set by Addison Jenkins makes life difficult for Brogue in the corner. And it's a point for the Rebels. And they lead 7-6. It's the first time they have led all set long. And a Crawford Trough ace for McKenna Stacy. And the Rebels stringing a couple points together. And we have a T7 propane timeout called by Blake Peterson of Star Valley. We'll take a break of our own. We'll be right back. It's the Rebels in charge, 8-6.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Rebels up 8-6 in the 5th set over the Star Valley Braves. McKenna Stacy is serving, and she's been on fire recently. Whoa. Coach Peterson silences the gym as he waits for his key player, McKenna Brogue, to make her way back to the court. Here's Stacy's serve. It's bumped up by Brogue, goes way off court, and now the Braves have to just harmlessly bump it over. Lamborn delicately sets it to the far corner. Brogue sets, comprehensive family dental dig by McKenna Stacy. And now Peart hits. Here come the Braves. Brogue in the far corner. Off the net, her side has to start over again. And Taylor McKee gets a finger or two on it, but it goes out of bounds. And it's a point for the Braves, and the Rebels' lead is trimmed to just 1 now. 8-7 on the station on main scoreboard. Here's McKenna Brogue to serve for Star Valley. Handle first by Peart. She bumps it over. And one-handed dig by McKenna Stacy, and the Braves and the Rebels keep it alive. Here's Hutchinson on the near side. An excellent dig by Annie. And then a Bear Lake Realty kill, and not much of a kill, but Lamborn finds the hardwood. And we have a point for the Rebels, and they're up 9-7 now on the Station on Main scoreboard. Mackenzie Smith serves for the Rebels. Handled by Brogue, and hard spot. It just falls right beneath the net. That's a point for Rich. They're up 10-7 now in set number 5. They trail by as much as 3, and now they're up by 3 here in the 5th set. And a big epic recreation block by Lamborn. McKee bumps. Tingy sets. And a rocket shot from Stacy behind the 10-foot line. A beautiful pancake epic recreation dig by Smith, but it's no good. It's poked back over the net, and it's a point for the Braves. They now trail 10-8 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Whitney Hale to serve. She jumps, hits, bumped. Now the hit by the Rebels, and it's deflected out of bounds for a Rich point. Their lead is back to 3. They're up 11-8. They're playing a 4A school, and I think they're surprising Star Valley and their supporters a bit. They have forced a 5th set after falling down 2-1, and that's a Crawford Trough ace, and a big one to it by Peterson. And another timeout. A T7 propane timeout. Coach Peterson not happy with his side. Wants to talk things over. We'll take a break of our own. Rebels lead 12-8.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
We're back. It's Peterson to serve for the Rebels. She just had a Crawford Trough ace. Her serve is up, and it is handled. Now Hutchinson nearly has her shot blocked, but it falls on the Rich end, and it's a point for the Braves, who now trail only by 3, 12-9 in the 5th set. Peterson checks out. Sage Tingy comes back in. Service by Addison Jenkins. Handled by Tingy at first. Set by McKee. Now hit by Lamborn. A diving comprehensive family dental dig by Hale in the corner. And it's deflected and it goes out of bounds. And it's a point for the Braves, who now trail by 2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 12-10. And Coach Lamborn takes time out of her own to talk things over after 2 quick Brave points. So we'll take another break of our own. Don't go anywhere. More Rich Rebel volleyball coming your way here.
Folks have many reasons.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
Here we go. It's a early Crawford Trough ace for the Braves. That ball sails off the hands of Brittany Lamborn, and the Rebels' lead is trimmed to just 1 point. It is 12-11. Service by Jenkins, bumped up by Smith. Running over to get it was McKee. And Peart just bumps it over herself. There's Hutchinson in the corner, and she gets a Bear Lake Realty kill to even the score. We're all knotted up at 12 in the 5th set. Rebels won the 1st and 4th set. Here's service from Jenkins. Set up by Tingy. Then McKee. Now Lamborn. Lamborn hit it too far, and she knows it. And the Rebels' 4-point lead is squashed, and they trail by 1, 13-12 now. On the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Jenkins to serve. Donates to the Net Foundation. It's all even again at 13 apiece. Lamborn hits. Handled by Hale at first. Over to Jenkins. Hutchinson in the corner. A near Epic Recreation block, but it hits the floor, and it's a point for the Braves, who have now taken the lead again, 14-13 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Mia Hutchinson runs, jumps, hits. Lamborn bumps. McKee sets. Stacy hits of her own. Handled by Jenkins in the corner. And now Brogue gets a near, she gets a Bear Lake Realty kill almost. Bumps around a couple of times. A point for the Braves, and that will do it here in our 5th set. 15-13 your final. That will be it for set number 5. It goes to the Braves 15-13, and they win the match 3-2. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to go through a very quick post-game show before racing over to the junior high for the next Rebels match.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
We welcome you to our Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. The Rebels fall 3-2, a close match across the board. They won the first set 25-19. Then they lost the second set 25-23. Lost the third set 25-22. So a difference of 2 and 3 points in sets number 2 and 3 for the Rebels. However, they won set number 4 to force a set 5. They won 25-22, so again, close. And set 5, the pattern continued. They fell 15-13 in favor of the Star Valley Braves. That was your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. We had our precision play of the game earlier. A huge McKenna Stacy Bear Lake Realty kill. Able to hit the hands of a couple Star Valley players, but falls to the floor for the point. And we'll check out our calendar coming up, and then I've got to race over to the junior high for the next game. So you look at our Roundup calendar here. We have another game and going on probably about an hour from now. And then this upcoming Thursday, Rich travels to Bear Lake to play their volleyball team at 7 p.m. That's when the first serve is. We'll get the pregame show going at 6:30. Then the next night, it's football time again in Northeast Utah. Rebels take on Cokeville on the road, a 2 p.m. kickoff. Pre-game show will begin at 1:15, and we'll have to miss the stream for the Duchesne volleyball game as Rich travels south to take on the Eagles once again after defeating them this past Thursday 3-1. All right, folks, for your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital highlights, let's go back to that first set. The Rebels really got out to an early lead. They up 7 at one point. Oh, I beg your pardon. They led as much as 12-3 in set number 1. They'd go on to win 25-19. However, the Braves woke up in sets 2 and 3. They won those two. We had a handful of highlights brought to you a lot by McKenna Stacy. She had a couple of kills here and there, along with Annie Peart. The two of them, the usual suspects for picking up a lot of the rich points and making some varsity appearances was Darlene Peterson and Hatch. Peterson with a Crawford Trough ace in the fourth set to help force a fifth set. All right, folks, that will do it for us here in Star Valley High School. However, don't go far away. Join our link in our stream for the second game against Lyman. All that coming up here on the Rich High School Radio Network, Rebel Radio Network. I'm Matthew Peterson signing off, but we'll be back in just about half an hour for Game 2 of the Rebels against Lyman. We'll see you then.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio KADQ FM 98.3 with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Evanston Regional Hospital, Hoover Chiropractic, Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley, the Come On Inn in Casper, Plains Tire, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender, Freeway Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.